Hey guys, Brix back with another LEGO Transformer review, and today we will be taking a look at our Hearts of Steel Prowl. Let's check it out. Okay, so here we have Hearts of Steel Prowl, looking super dupe as always. And yeah, I wanted to attack this one because you know, I love doing toys that nobody's ever really created yet to kind of, you know, you kind of have just full free creative control over the transformation process. Hearts of Steel was a Transformers comic way back, and came out with some really cool figures where the Transformers landed in the time of like the steampunk era, and they were all trains instead of cars and trucks and planes. We still have planes like Starscream, but he's a really wacky looking plane. But we have a Hearts of Steel Optimus, which you've seen the video on my channel already. There's one for Bumblebee, but nobody ever really made a Prowl yet. So I mean, at least at the time of this recording. So I wanted to, you know, try to tackle that. I also have the Insecticon train, which I have to make some tweaks and stuff. And I literally just finished making the tweaks on this guy, so that's why I'm so excited to do the video now. There aren't really any moving pieces train-wise on Prowl. You can kind of see what the wheels are like. So there's no actual spinning train wheels. It's not compatible with, you know, any Lego track, because that would just be, you know, the aesthetics and the proportions would be almost impossible to replicate. And I try to make this as close to the comic book version as possible, which is pretty much the only version at this moment. So we are just going to skip straight into transformation. I do happen to have one figure in alt mode that I could kind of do a comparison with, and it's sadly not Optimus. He's on the shelf right now, but I have Horrible. Guys can kind of get an idea based off of that. I don't know if I'm doing the video for this before or after Prowl, so, but at least you can see it next to something. All right, so we are going to get into transformation. So we're going to zoom out a little bit and get started. So the first thing that we want to do is take off his blaster, which is the little smokestack thing right here. And I'm just going to kind of get our nail in there and pop that off. It's just on the clip. Clear that's coming across, and that clips onto that little bar right there. The next thing that we want to do is free up the legs by untabbing. I'm trying to build a lot more tabbing systems now so that things are stable in both modes. So yeah, you'll see a lot more of this in 2023 as well. So we'll just untab that and probably bend that up for now just to get this out the way. And then untab this and get it out the way. And here you can kind of see how loose it could be, but now we're going to go on the underside and fold it down right here at the mixel joint and then spin it around 180. Now, if you decide to get the instructions for these, you'll notice that there are clips. Come on, camera, focus. There's clips right here. They're not really meant to be functional as a point of articulation. They were just more so for clutch power, and I had to line it up with this level right here in order to kind of align things up right, because I had just the regular, which you could kind of see. No, it's not gonna. But it's an angular plate, and it kept popping off of the 4x4 round plate. So I put this there. So it's not really articulation, it's just there for clutch. So we got the legs. We're gonna just straighten them up a little bit like that. And yeah, I kind of want to work on the legs first. I kind of do. Now, ideally, these would be black, and then the instructions, they will be black. I just used white because I kind of went with the color scheme, and I wanted to see if the engineering was going to work, the design. So we untab the legs. We just have that that Technic pin right there. And what we're gonna do next is using that hinge right there. You can kind of see we're gonna open this up. And what that's gonna do is kind of help us get the foot out. So I'm gonna do the best I can to kind of keep this all in camera for you, but these are one of the improvements that I had to make because everything digitally is super tight to where, yeah, it'll transform on the computer, but not so much in real life. So these are one of the adjustments I had to do to make sure that it actually transforms in real life. So I'm gonna take these feet and fold out on those rocker joints right there and there, and then we can rotate that. So that's how we flip the foot out of the leg, and then we could fold it back up like so, and we got one foot done, or one leg done more so. Kind of just straighten that out. And do the same on the other side. As you see, the arms already trying to unfold and everything. So we're gonna fold out. Like so, and fortunately that did not work out. It might have gotten loose during all the upgrades, but I'm just gonna let that fall. I mean, you saw how the first one worked. So ideally, I kind of want to plug that in before I go flipping out anything else to prevent further breakage. There we go. And then from here, we could kind of my favorite piece, that round 1x1 with the stick. Seems more transform. I'm left-handed, so it's a little bit easier for me to control the Lego like this. Trying to get things out the way. You want to fold it 180. A lot of moving pieces here. So I apologize for not keeping this on camera here. Very stiff, what are these? The Brix, these things right here. Like having a brain fart right now. All right, so now that we have that, there's actually one more step to the leg transformation. As you can see, it's kind of gappy right there. So what we do, we have another one of those rocker plate bricks, and we fold that in to kind of help fill in the gaps and such. Very nice, very clean, and we do the same on that side. Very nice. So now we have two legs done. I can kind of rock this back a little bit more just to get them nice and planted. And there we have Prowl so far. Probably still want to zoom out just a touch so you can see everything. Very nice, very nice. So the next thing that we want to do is, I guess get these. Do we want to do the arms, or I think I kind of want to. Yeah, let's do the back and the head. Get that done. Nope. So rotate these arms down. Rotate them down, and then you're gonna take the back, fold it down, and then you can kind of see his head hiding back there, right there. And we're gonna take this flap, bring it up, so that way, it doesn't really bump into anything. And get that. Now, before we put this flush, we kind of want to get our hands in there to kind of get the head up a little bit. It's on a Mixel ball pen, and just kind of wiggle that. Oh, not too much, not too much. Just enough to get it above the neckline to where we can spin it around and it'll be flush with the chest, like so. Then we could bring this back. Oh, that kind of fell off, and I'm thinking one of the little clips might be broken. I have to check it out, make sure there's no cracks. While we're back here, we are going to take the wheels and rotate them up like this. Now I know in the actual Hearts of Steel comic book, these gray pieces are super extended out, like all the way out here, and I just couldn't see me figuring out how to make that work without making a large, like 3 times as large scale model of this. But I like the way it came out, nice and compact, and fits better on my shelf like that also. So we're gonna take this flap, and I like to bring it up. It looks nice like that. So we are almost done. Next, we're gonna work on these arms, and I've used this technique before. Let's bring it up. Also using my favorite pieces. Before we rotate the arm, we're gonna flip out the fist because we have to do that before we flip these wheels out. Flip them in, I should say. And right now, it's facing stud out. In order to hold the blaster, you want to rotate that upside down to where the anti-stud is facing up and out. And at that point, we could take this whole wheel line and fold it in like that. And then rotate at the bicep. Right there. And it's just on a 2x2 jumper plate. And we got one arm done. Try to stay in camera here. So we'll do the same on the other side with bringing the fist out. Like so, rotating it. And then folding in the arm wheels. And then rotating at the bicep, and then you could rotate at the shoulder, not at the train grill. Whoa, easy, buddy. You stand. All right, and there we have Prowl. Let me get my camera up here a little bit more. Nice. So you can take his blaster and any of these studs. It's just on a Travis brick. You can kind of just plug it into his hand right there and actually rotate around the camera. So it's a little easier. And there you go. Looking super dupe. Yes. I love this. This is probably like my favorite out of all the Hearts of Steel figures, and that's just right now, at least until I make improvements on the other ones. But this right here, it just looks so cool to me. I mean, I just, you know, it's good when you could build something that like impresses yourself, or you know, something that you just really enjoy. But while we're here, well, you know, let's get a 360. I haven't done that in a while. I think this is what really does it for me, the fact that it cleans up so well. You know, like there's really no kibble or anything. I mean, you got a little hanging off here, but I mean, that plays into the body of the train and everything. Very clean figure. Very, very clean figure. I love this. Can't wait to upload the instructions for you guys. So we'll get into articulation real quick. So with the legs, of course, as you saw for transformation, those the feet, you know, they could bend down here at the toe with like two different points of articulation there. The heel also bends down, and then we have a foot swivel and rocker due to transformation. For knee, we have pretty much 90-degree bend. This is as far as it goes up at the hip. And then it could go out 90 degrees and back about that much. Based on the transformation, we do have waist swivel, so that's pretty cool. Somewhat of an ab crunch, if you will. You kind of straighten that up there. Arms, of course, they could rotate the full 360 as long as this wheel thing is out of the way, and you can kind of use the transformation joint to kind of get where you need to be. Arms go up about that far, or maybe even farther, or further, I should say. Yeah, just about that far. Bicep swivel, as you saw with the transformation. More than 90 degree. Got the full range on the elbow right there. And I love when I'm able to do that because, you know, just for him to be able to hold the gun like that, or the blaster, looks super cool. You know, twist his head like that and just have him looking like he's ready to take down some Decepticons. Wrist, of course, swivel, up and down also. The head is on that mixel pin, so he could look down a fair bit. You know, the more you move it up the pin, the more back and forth it could go. Look all the way up for a transformation. And of course, you know, turn the full 360. And, well, not too much of a confused Prowl head, but, yeah, that is pretty much it. These wheels on the back, of course, they could, flare out a bit, flare all the way down if you want. They could even fold to the back if you so desire, to where they don't really show at all. That's a thing. That's a thing you could do. And you could even slide it down on these bars to come down a little bit lower if you feel like they're too high up for you. But, you know, this is more so the way that I have it, like as it's kind of supposed to be. And yeah, that is it. I don't have anybody really accessible in robot mode to kind of just show you a comparison without having to take him out of the display case there. I should have done that probably before the video, but when I do finish, when I get Bumblebee done, who's surprisingly probably even way bigger than him, but it's just the way that I had to build it, then I'll show, excuse me, I'll be able to show all three in one shot. I'll plan better for that. And then definitely for the entire Hearts of Steel line that I have, because I have the Insecticons, Starscream, and Megatron to kind of, you know, go against Optimus, Prowl, and Bumblebee. And I'm thinking about doing, not Ironhide, who's it, Ratchet, and maybe Wheeljack. I think they both have characters, so I'll probably develop that, work on that, and you'll see that down the line. But I just wanted to knock this video out because I was super excited that I finally got it to work. Like I said, you know, I've had them designed now probably since earlier 2022, and I had to make sure that it worked before doing the video, before doing the instructions and all that good stuff. So for that, definitely check out brixmediastudios.com. I'm in the process of, you know, constantly updating the website now, so you'll see a ton of new instructions up there really soon. And that's it until next time. You guys stay safe. Peace.